If you're new to making music, the first win is not buying the perfect setup. It's making one sound move, open the DAW, drop in a drum, play a simple note. Let the session feel like a sketchbook, not an exam. A beat starts as one decision, then another, then another. The goal today is not to sound finished. The goal is to get your hands on the process and hear something answer back. Keep the setup simple. A laptop or desktop, one DAW, and a pair of headphones can take you a long way. If you're recording vocals, then a microphone and a little room treatment help, but they still come after the habit of making music. Expensive gear can feel inspiring, but it can also become a delay tactic. Start with the tools you can actually use tonight. A small setup that gets opened every day beats a beautiful setup that makes you nervous. Pick one DAW and learn its basic moves before you bounce around. GarageBand, FL Studio, Serato Studio, or any other beginner-friendly workspace can work if you stay with it long enough to build muscle memory. Learn where samples go. Learn the piano roll. Learn how tracks arrange from left to right. Learn the mixer, the basic plugins, and the shortcuts that save clicks. You do not need to master the whole program before making music. You just need enough control to keep the idea moving. Plugins are fun, but plugin overload is real. Every new tool promises a shortcut, and every shortcut asks you to learn another interface. Before that spiral starts, get good with the stock tools already inside your DAW. An EQ, a compressor, a reverb, a delay, and a simple synth can teach you more than a folder full of presets you barely understand. When you know what the basic tools do, extra plugins become choices, not rescue plans. Music theory is not there to make the room serious. It's there to give your ears a map. Scales help you find notes that belong together. Chords help you create motion. Keys help a bass line, a melody, and a vocal feel like they're speaking the same language. You do not need to read classical scores to make a beat, but learning the basics gives you better guesses, and better guesses make the session feel less random. Build small songs first. Start with a bass line, a drum pattern, a few chords, or a melody. If a sample gives you the mood, use it. If a loop gets the rhythm moving, use it. Then ask what the track needs next. Maybe the drums need a kick that answers the bass. Maybe the melody needs space. Maybe the hook should happen sooner. A song is not built all at once. It is assembled piece by piece until the idea has a shape. MIDI is one of the friendliest tools a beginner can learn. You can play a part on a small keyboard or draw notes directly into the piano roll. You can change the sound after the notes are written. You can fix timing, move notes, try another instrument, or turn one idea into 3 variations. That flexibility matters because beginners need room to experiment. MIDI lets you hear decisions quickly, and quick feedback keeps you from getting stuck. Effects are where sound starts to feel alive, but learn them one at a time. Reverb can put a sound in a room. Delay can make it answer itself. EQ can clear space. Compression can control movement. Saturation can add weight. Swing can make a rhythm breathe. Synth controls can turn a plain tone into something personal. The trick is to listen for the job each effect is doing. If you cannot hear why it's there, turn it off and try again. Mixing starts before the master chain. It starts with balance. Turn the volume down on sounds that fight the lead. Pan small parts so the middle has room. Use EQ to remove mud instead of making everything louder. Compare your track to music you like, not to copy it, but to train your ear. Where is the kick? How bright are the hats? How loud is the vocal? A reference track is a mirror. It shows you what your room and your ears might be hiding. Drums deserve special attention because drums tell the listener what world they're in. A stiff pattern, a swung pattern, a sparse pattern, and a busy pattern can all use similar sounds and feel completely different. Listen to the genres you love and study the drum choices. Where does the snare land? How often does the hi-hat move? What does the kick leave out? The groove is not just decoration. For a lot of music, the groove is the invitation. Practice gets easier when you stop hiding every draft. Share beats with other producers. Ask specific questions. Does the intro take too long? Is the bass too loud? Does the hook feel clear? Feedback is easier to use when you know what you're asking for. Tutorials help too, but search with focus. Instead of watching random videos for hours, look up the one problem in front of you. One useful answer can move the session forward more than 10 unfocused tabs. Finally, be patient enough to collect proof of growth. Save your old beats. Archive the rough drafts. Finish tracks even when they're imperfect, because finishing teaches a different skill than tweaking. A month from now, you will hear things you missed. A year from now, you will hear your decisions getting sharper. The point is not to become great overnight. The point is to keep opening the session, keep making choices, and keep enjoying the sound of progress.